everybody, and welcome back to Rediscovery RPG. My name is Mallorie, and against all odds, someone gave me the keys to run this place, and now here I am, starting another show with four of my beautiful, wonderful people that have all said yes to doing this. Some have been here before, and I've maybe ruined their lives a little bit, looking at you, RJ. Some have been here before, and I didn't do anything bad to them at all, like Zach. And then Madison and Vixie haven't had to deal with me as a GM yet. So they said yes without knowing what they're walking into, but I love all of them dearly for it. So this is night one of a new show. This is entitled The Lost Ones, and it is played with Arc. If you do not know how to play Arc, no worries about it. There is a link in the description or in the chat, depending on where you're watching this, that has me giving you a walkthrough of how to play Arc. So that way you can be all caught up with us as we jump in. But you know me, I am only one piece of a puzzle, and I'm much more impressed with the people that come sit around me. So you get to learn more about them and where else you can watch them first, and then you can watch me ruin their lives. And because we're doing this in the order that I have established you are in my overlay, Vixie gets to go first.
Man, I sat in the wrong seat again. Anyway, hey everybody, my name is Vixie Bell, and I'm your friendly neighborhood player here at Rediscovery RPG. Thank you for having me. I will be playing Juniper, aka Junie Salinas, your friendly neighborhood tour guide today. Make sure you don't get lost and follow the little stick with the cute little flag on it, because that's how you know where I am. And you know, don't mess with me, because you may also get hit with the stick, potentially, when no one's looking. Anyway, that's me. Yeah. Should I also say where you can find me, or is that enough for you, by the way?
Just do that for now, and we'll do where we can find you at the end. That's
I
cool.
forgot to ask before I said that, so
That's
I
fine.
want to double check.
And next up is Zach.
Hi, everybody. I'm Zachary Vaudo. I'm back here to play another game. And tonight, I'm Hector. Why is Hector here? The AC in the heater works, and there's free water.
Yeah. Bless Hector. RJ, you're next.
Hey everybody, you've seen me here before. It's your boy RJ. You can catch me at RJustice282 on all the socials. Tonight I'll be playing Augustine Castillo, playboy billionaire philanthropist.
Is that what Augustine is?
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. We'll go with that description. Why not? And then Madison.
Hello, I'm Madison. I'm playing Niamh McCleary, and I totally didn't forget what her job was, and I'm trying to remember, but I have ADHD and I forget everything.
The exhibit curator, perhaps?
Which I've just remembered. She's the exhibit curator. Completely of my own volition, I've remembered this. I haven't done many recorded TTRPG sessions, but I sure do love playing them, so I keep coming back. I'm excited to have you. Excited to have you as my GM, Mallorie. Very excited.
Instead of us being gay best friends in a campaign for once, like we're on opposite sides of the table. How weird! How strange for us. Gay antagonist. You don't know how true that statement is, though.
Gay friends to gay antagonists.
Yeah, gay friends to gay enemies. Absolutely,
those are the only two options.
Yeah, they really are.
Gave us.
And then there's me. I'm acting as your guide in this game, and I will be in charge of everyone and everything else, including the omens and the doom that comes at the end of our show, by the end of the third session, if they can't stop it in time, but we don't know yet. First, we got to get there. So without further ado, let's figure that out.
It'll be fine.
It'll be so good. You all don't know it yet. Second session's a beach episode. Don't worry about it.
When's the musical episode? I need to get over my cold first.
Yeah, I'm waiting for everybody's full recovery. Don't worry. Mm-hmm. And for Anthony Rapp to come guest, obviously. Okay, so they say in order to save a future, you must know your past. And what better way to do that than at a museum? You four happen to be close by to actually one of the biggest the country has to offer. It is entitled the Museum of the Mind, and in one way or another, you all will all be finding yourselves at opening day of their brand new exhibit. But before we get to October 17th, we back up 2 weeks. So, RJ, if you would not mind to introduce Augustine and also what your house looks like, what you look like, what your house is like, all of that.
Well, I do mind. Let's move on to the next person.
It's too late. We're starting with you. I've decided that we must start here. So,
Okay.
this is what you get.
So Augustine Castillo lives in an apartment somewhere in the city. It's like a high rise. There's high rises here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Overlooking like a bit of the town. It's like the modern decor, like fancy pants, sort of everything is either monochrome or black. Monochrome is black, right?
Monochrome
like-
can be black. Monochrome just means all one color.
It's like chrome.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, he like slides out of his room in just his boxers as he's heading to the fridge to get some orange juice. His little Frenchie is padding behind him, just snuffling along.
Bless him. As you go to open the fridge, this light being sort of the only light that illuminates you and this room at this hour, propped up against the orange juice in the fridge is a small, simple envelope that reads Augustine in like a very beautiful calligraphy on the front. And as you turn it around, you would see a purple wax seal with a book in gold leaf inlay.
He looks down to Caesar. You suck as a guard dog.
And he looks up at you. Absolutely no thoughts behind those big, beautiful eyes. Not a one. As he sort of tilts his head to the side and just huffs and puffs behind you, waiting for you to do whatever you came in here to do. So you'll go back to like laying down and like snuggling up with him.
As he's walking to fetch a letter opener, he's just talking to Caesar. It's just like, you'd be really funny if you weren't tragically inbred to all hell. And then he'll just snicker.
As you do, Caesar again just keeps pace behind you through your entire path to get your letter opener, the entire path back to the fridge. As you slice this open, the wax seal pops off expertly, and you slide out a single piece of paper that has been folded into thirds. And on it is written the following. Hello, Augustine. I hope this letter finds you well. While normally I am always fond of introductions, I am afraid in this case I will have to skip them, though please be assured that I know all I need to know about you. To put a long story short, the Museum of the Mind is opening a new exhibit on October 17th, Writing the Future. There is a book that is a part of this collection entitled The Lost Ones. While it may not look like much, I assure you this piece of writing is close to priceless to me. To this letter, I have attached a gift ticket. This is something the museum will let you exchange for a wristband on the day of the opening. Feel free to use it or not. The plan I leave entirely up to you. After all, you come highly recommended. After you have procured the book, drop it in the trash can on the corner of 15th and LaSalle. Once it is in my hands, $5 million will be wired straight into that secret bank account you believe no one knows about. A simple job worth lots of money. If you have any additional compensation you require, please leave a note inquiring on local produce on the bulletin board in the Wholesome Harvest Grocery nearest your home, and I will be back in touch. Iris.
What? He'll start padding over to his PC and just boot it on, and then just do a quick Google search of like The Lost Ones.
Yeah, give me a roll about it.
Oh boy. Let's do. It'd be helpful if I had my sheet open.
It's like one of the very first rolls of the game. You're good. We got all the time in the world. Open it up. No pressure. Just like sets a precedent for how the series is going to go.
Social
Sure.
skills. I don't have any knowledge skills. This will have
Great.
to be just a straight creative roll, right? Is there such a thing?
I'm going to say that there can be in this case. So you're going to approach this creatively. Tell me how you're being creative about it.
I mean, it's a Google search.
Okay, great. I don't know that I'd call a Google search creative, but I'll let you have it.
I also have concerted, but that's out of 1.
Yeah, I was like, I'll let you keep creative. What's creative at?
2.
I'm going to say that your target number for this is actually a 4 because I can adjust it as I see fit, and Google is the most popular search engine in the world. If you can find the information anywhere that's not like classified, it's probably Google.
Okay, cool. I rolled a 3.
Great. 3 is fine. This is golf rules. You want underneath your number anyway. So for a 3, I'm going to say you put the lost ones into the computer. And you do get a few hits pretty right off the bat. One is a archived sort of report, it's a blog post essentially that was archived on books that are from different museum things. It's from this guy that just goes to museums and writes these blogs for fun. And it's gotten pretty high up in search results for some odd reason, but your top result is from the Museum of the Mind talking about the new exhibit.
Okay. Augustine goes to the search browser and then types adds onto the lost ones price.
Okay, you run that search again, and that same article from the museum pops up, but then you get a couple other hits, and then that blog again, kind of down near the bottom. But those couple hits in between are about pricing manuscripts and how you price ancient manuscripts or older works of text. And it talks a lot about their contents, whether if they're scientifically based or anything like that, whether it's stuff that's still to be believed. Things like that. But this book in particular, you can't find has been appraised anywhere. The only thing that you can find linked outside of the museum is a thing that lets you know that it's a part of a private collection, essentially. It is not something that has ever been up to auction or ever been up to be sold or appraised or anything like that. It has been the same private collection for as long as it has been on public record that it even exists.
Okay. Whatever. So he will go into a Photoshop editor and then start making a little flyer thing that just is in code basically for what he needs.
Wonderful. And what are you trying to convey through this code?
He'll just put in job accepted. I just need a getaway driver to meet me 15 minutes after I make a phone call.
Got it. I'm going to say you're going to make another roll to see how well that flyer is made. I'm going to say creative is what you're going to go for your overarching, but you can pick what you pair up with that.
I do have a singular point in artistry.
I love that. One singular point in artistry it is. So what's your new target number?
3.
Great. I'm going to keep this at a 3. What'd you get?
1.
Roll your second D6 for me.
This one. 1. This is the best damn flyer.
This is the best flyer you've ever seen in your life. Not only is it just so incredibly well made, it looks very professional. It's got different pictures of different locally grown produce on it and a way to inquire and all of these things that are obviously all fake because you don't want people to actually inquire about this. But you are able to very well lay out in code exactly what you need. You take it to the nearest Wholesome Harvest, pin it up on the bulletin board, and about a week later, when you're coming back home from a job, you happen to find another envelope sitting on your coffee table. Same calligraphy of your name, same book in gold leaf on a purple wax seal.
Caesar.
Again, no thoughts behind those beautiful eyes, just in his little bed, cuddled up. Who could even care less?
I'm gonna need that crit later at some point.
Probably.
He'll second verse, same as the first, pop open the letter.
Yeah. Again, you pull out a single sheet of paper that's been folded into thirds, and as you open it up, it is addressed to you once again and confirms that they got your message, that you need a getaway car for 15 minutes after you make a certain phone call. They let you know that there will be a gentleman in a blue Cadillac that will pull up to get you at whatever entrance you tell them on that phone call, but that they'll be nearby and ready waiting for you that day.
Great. So now all Augustine has to do is pick out outfits, which is his favorite part of the gig.
And now we do a fashion show montage of Augustine trying on all his high school clothes
In front of Caesar.
in front of Caesar, and Caesar just like his head tilts to the left if he really likes it, and it tilts to the right if he thinks it's maybe not right for this job.
Oh no.
And you do that. You pick out whatever you want to wear. You even have the opportunity, because you still have about a week out, that you can go scope out the place.
Right.
Anything like that, you need any prep, I'm gonna say within reason. Like, you're not ordering large quantities of a substance to be delivered to your home within 1 week, probably, but you could get everything prepped that you need to.
How fast can I get Napalm Amazon Prime to myself?
What a wonderful question.
You can get whole drums of oil.
I worry. I just worry, you know?
But yeah, he'll go scope things out in the good old baseball sunglasses hoodie sort of deal.
Perfect. You do that, and you're able to see, beautiful marble floors, gorgeous paneling, like plaques of all of these donors and sponsors and everything. And you do see a couple of fake walls up with signs about the new exhibit that will be coming out very soon. Writing the future, talking about everything from hieroglyphics to the novels of the modern day, and how storytelling has worked to humans for centuries.
Okay.
That sort of thing. You get a good rundown on kind of the staff, how the building is laid out, things like that. And I'll say that moving forward, you probably have a pretty good knowledge of things like that if you want to use it.
Yippee.
And with that, we move to the day of October 17th. We bring the whole party back in, and we kick off the opening day of the exhibit. Now, Madison, could you describe Niamh for me and what we find her doing on the morning of opening day, probably 30-ish minutes before patrons will start to arrive?
Oh God, what isn't she doing? She is pretty much panicking at this point. She has everything prepared. She's like um, she's overly prepared. She's not a pessimist, but she's not a realist or not an optimist. She's um a realist that wants things to be good all the time. So she makes sure that she does every little tiny detail that she needs to do before it's time to do it, because she doesn't want it to end up badly, but she knows that it more than likely probably will. But essentially she's just making sure that everything is perfect. She's checking in with like the front desk, she's checking in with the, all of her tour guides, she's checking in with, making sure everything is pristine.
You do that. You are running around to basically every section, making sure all is well. Any other exhibit can be ignored today. They kind of don't matter right now. They run every day. They're smooth sailing. The tour guides know what they're doing basically in their sleep, but you are very concerned about writing the future, because not only is it opening of exhibit day, but you all have gotten kind of record numbers as far as people that have wanted to buy gifted tickets ahead of time, people that have RSVP'd on like event pages, things like that. And this place should be packed pretty soon. So you are going down the line, seeing every single person and where they are and what they're doing. You get a call up from the archival and restorations people that are basically tells you that everything is smooth sailing until you get a small click on the walkie-talkie sort of headset thing that you wear from Parker, who works down in archival and restorations, that goes, Niamh, and you know this kid. He's like getting ready to graduate graduate school. Like he's getting his master's in restoration for museum pieces. He's here for his internship, and he's sort of scared of his own shadow, but much more scared of you, and Alana and anybody else that he feels could get him fired. But this weekend, that's you because Alana's away. So you just get the small panicked little Niamh.
Yes.
How are you feeling right now? Are we in a good mood, we'd say, maybe?
We are in the coffee is wearing off slowly, and whatever you're going to tell me, I need you to tell me right now, or I'm going to lose it.
Okay. So just like a quick question. The book crates that got delivered yesterday for the last of the display pieces for the exhibit, you know how they're supposed to be fully out of their crates and fully and put in the display case?
You're here to tell me that they are.
I am here to tell you all but a couple of them are. Annie is finishing up one right now. That'll be up there in like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I can make it 7. And then the other one, we're just having a little bit of trouble locating.
You're telling me that there's a priceless artifact that you're having trouble locating?
I wouldn't. That's a.
Is that what we're saying right now?
It sounds bad when you say it like that, though. But maybe we said it differently. Maybe.
Okay. No. Let's play this out. Tell me what differently means to you, sweetie.
Differently to me means that it is temporarily in a location that it's not supposed to be in, but that soon it will be in a location that it is supposed to be in. Actually, very very soon. It is a small setback, and
Parker, sweetie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be down there in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
In 14 minutes, you need to have found it.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good one. Good on the yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I will see you in 15 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. And before he can even hit the button for this to end his suffering, because this poor boy is about to faint in the basement, you can hear him yell at someone down the hallway, "Find the fucking book!" And then the call just clicks.
She is a total sweetie, unless it is opening day.
Yeah. There are a couple front desk people that have only caught your end of this conversation because they are not on the same channel, but do look terrified of whatever is happening for A&R because it's not going well. But you watch.
She will look at them and go, "Fix those leaflets. I don't like. They're the wrong color."
Wrong color. How does she expect us to get new ones? They're the wrong color. We can't reprint them in 20 minutes. Shut the fuck up. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And then she just walks off.
Yeah, and so like behind you as the camera follows you, you can see 2 front desk people struggling. One of them like sorting through leaflets, seeing if any of them are a different color. The other one just throwing a whole box of them away, not sure what to do. And behind them, even further past the front desk, out the front doors, you can see lines of people lining the sidewalks, waiting to get in.
Waiting to get their leaflets.
Yes, waiting to get their leaflets.
And
their wristbands and their everything else that they need. So as you head down to A&R, we'll let the camera pass you and on to Junie. So where do we find Junie, Vixie? And if you wouldn't mind to describe her for me as well.
Okay. Junie she's around 5'4" or so. She's got lovely dark hair that's been styled, that hangs around her shoulders, and she is wearing a full face of makeup and a very brightly colored shirt, and has a lovely little pole, the kind that tour guides have, that usually have some kind of identifier on top of it. In this case, it's a lovely it's like a not quite a pocket watch, but like a little clock. Because she always themes it to the exhibit that she's giving a tour of. And so it's themed to the exhibit, and it's got little like dangly bits so it can be heard as well as seen. So she doesn't lose any of her tour people. And it's kind of like on her arm like this because she is currently taking the last of her notes and like checking the last of her notes on the exhibit because they've walked this tour at least 3 times. She's walked this tour at least 3 times with the other guides. And she is like muttering softly to herself as she's like reminding herself of the facts that she needs to spew and like how she's going to present it in an interesting and different way from the other tour guides, just to make sure that everyone remembers her tour. So
you are doing that, going over this over and over again, and you all have been here for days. Like, it's been a solid week of prepping for this, from people needing to come in to build the whole exhibit, from the pieces that have been delivered, to A&R being here for days, sorting and archiving books and different like artifacts and things like that. You all have done this tour thing over and over and over again. Alana sent you a script like maybe a week ago, and it's almost like flashcards, you all quizzing each other on it, because you know that if Niamh or Alana hear you say one thing wrong, you're like, I'm cooked. I'm done, actually. I will cease to exist. I'll be evaporated in the middle of the museum. And so it's just drilling it over and over and over again. And you can kind of see over in the corner Indy, who is the newest tour guide. She used to work at the front desk, and she finally convinced Alana and Niamh to give her a shot at being a tour guide. This is her first time being a tour guide, especially solo. She's like shadowed a few of you on other exhibits, but today is her solo day. Against maybe their better judgment, they're letting her do this, and she's in a cold sweat. Like, she's dripping, panicking in a corner, kind of rocking back and forth, like reading over the script. And it's like she flips to the page that's next, stops for a second, and it almost looks like she's forgotten what she just read, because she shakes her head and goes back and does it again.
I think Junie walks over to her and she's like, I think you've burned this into your brain a little bit.
Oh, maybe. I'm not really sure. I keep getting stuck on the part that's right after the printing press stuff, and then I'm like kind of good for a little bit, and then we get to modern graphic novels, and then I get stuck again.
It will be fine. Anything you don't know, you can look at your cards. There's nothing wrong with that. This isn't an amusement park or anything like that.
Are they not allowed to have notes at amusement parks?
Well, they're acting. That's a bit different. We're giving information. It's more important that we're accurate than entertaining.
Okay, I can do that. I'm totally fine. I can do that. This is totally fine. And she sees Niamh walk behind you on her way to A&R and immediately panics again and starts flipping through pages and like,
she puts her hand on you. If you overanalyze it, you're just going to make yourself nervous, and then you will mess up, and then Niamh will kill you, and then we'll have to clean up the blood.
I know the answer to this, but I do need you to say it out loud so I feel better. Niamh has never killed anyone in here, right?
Not that I know of. Mostly because no one wants to do the report.
I don't know that did make me feel better. All right, let's go. And
Well,
she gets up from her bench and starts to walk toward the front desk where you all are
She follows.
You have
She
tour
follows
guides.
and like you hear it lingering. From what I understand, generally murders happen in the parking lot because it's technically not on the property.
Great. I am so glad I know that. And she just keeps walking, cannot keep eye contact.
But it's important to know these things.
And as you all make your way toward the front desk, the giant clock that sits behind it is counting down rapidly. Maybe 5 minutes left until doors open. Security has kind of come out and they're getting ready to unlock the doors and everything. And as our camera follows the security officer to go unlock the doors, it goes out into the crowd outside. And that's where we find Hector. So Zach, could you introduce Hector to us, please?
Yes, so sitting on the steps out front of the museum is a man dressed in too many layers, because that's what you do when you don't have a place to put the clothes. You mostly just wear them. Too many layers for this temperature. He is holding in his hand a small action figure. The arm has come off. And you can see as he sits there, he is looking at it pensively. His jaw is working up and down. You realize he's chewing gum. In front of him is a small child who, up until now, has been just about screaming their head off because they broke their action figure, and their parent is not paying attention to this. Eventually, Hector will pull pieces of the gum out and just start working it into the little arm hole, or the socket where the arm will go. Push it back in and push until it, and hold it. And he goes, just wait a minute, and it will start to set. And after a while, he releases it, moves the arm up and down. It moves a little gummy on account of how he had to fix it, but it does work, and he hands it back to the small child. He goes, now, remember, it's not like in the movies. They're not indestructible.
With very wide eyes and like the biggest mess of freckles and blonde curls you've ever seen, he looks up at you and just very gently takes it back, moves the arm back and forth a little bit, and goes, You fixed him. Thank you very much, mister. That was very nice of you. Oh, here. And he digs around in this like little backpack that's got like Cars characters on it, and he's like digging through some stuff, and he finds a different action figure that's at the bottom of his bag, and he goes to hand it to you, and he goes, I don't really play with this one anymore. And it's like they're best friends, and you fixed him, and so you're kind of like my best friend now. So now you can have the matching action figure.
Are you sure that your action figure does not need his best friend?
That's
You're welcome.
okay. My best friend in class, he moved away, and my mom said that you could still be best friends from far away, so he doesn't need his best friend anymore. He could go with you. That's okay.
That is very true. Well, I'll tell you what. His best friend will be right here.
Thanks, mister. And then he just runs off to his mom, like jumping up and down, like showing her that it's fixed. She's on the phone, like trying to figure out how to like pull up her gifted ticket so they can go in and get their things. And she just kind of like looks down at him and nods and looks over to you and kind of half waves. And
yeah, it's I have it a lot better than most people in my situation. I've been here enough times that people are kind of used to me at this point. So a lot less of the ignoring happening over here.
And you're right. Like as you go through the crowd, a lot of people, even if they don't know you by name, recognize you from around the museum and how much you're here, and will give you like a little half wave or something. And they kind of let you push towards the front, kind of going through the crowd of people, so you can kind of get in there faster because everybody knows you and everybody likes you. And so it works out pretty well that as the security officer is turning the key, you're one of the very first ones in the door.
It's not often that folks like me get this. Normally people tend to ignore, but this it makes things easier, especially, and it makes it easier to communicate with people and actually feel like a person, and that gives me the drive to do things like help people in this and explore places like this. And also it helps that this place actually has good AC. It's very warm. So I put the little toy next to the gifted ticket that I received as the door opens, and then I pull out the gifted ticket and hand it over.
You look up, and the person you go to hand the gifted ticket to is actually Clara.
I thought you were off work today.
Off work today? What are you talking about?
Yes, the class, the final.
What final? It's October.
I have not been to school. I don't I got the letter that said, I got your ticket.
Oh, you have a gifted ticket. Yeah, here, hand it over. And she like takes it, tears the end off, and gives you back the half that's like the little commemorative thing for the museum. And then will hand you a wristband out of a box. Today's color is blue. So she takes it, puts it up on the counter for you. And then she also hands you a like drink ticket for the food court and is like, it's on me today. You're always super nice when you come in here. You deserve it. So the one downstairs, literally anything in the cooler, they'll take it in exchange.
Thank you, Clara. Guide. I think that's just the name of the GM here. Guide. It feels like a bad gamble on my part because of how low the number is, but I received a letter.
Yeah.
From Clara.
You did.
And now Clara is looking like she wasn't expecting me to be here, or at least not that directly. Is there a way that I can get some sort of read on this situation?
Yeah, there's an insight skill if you'd like to use it. I believe there's an insight skill here, right?
I don't. So I don't have. Yes. I don't have insight. I'd have observe. But
I'll give you observe.
Okay.
I'll give you observe, and then you pick your approach to it. You tell me how you're doing this, and then depending on your role, I'll let you know what you can figure out from Clara.
I'm going to go ahead and be honest, because while creative would be the smart one to do, careful feels like the proper approach to this. So I'm going to go for careful and observe.
Cool. So what's your target number?
A 2. That's why I said it wasn't a great roll.
I'm going to make that a 3 because you're in here so often, and Clara's probably the person you interact with the most at the front desk.
Okay. Hey, I rolled a 1.
There you go. I'll roll your other d6.
4.
Okay. So you get a regular success with this.
Mm-hmm.
What you can sort of figure out, especially because Clara kind of has her own planner and stuff open in front of her. She does have class stuff written out. None of them are for the subject she mentioned in her letter. She mentioned clinical psychology. That's not a class she's taking right now. And as much as it's not that she's not expecting you to be here. It's that she's confused about the letter part of it.
I'm going to push the question a little further since you said that she has her planner open and things written out. Does the handwriting look similar to the letter that I got?
You did get a good success. No, it doesn't.
Okay. This is information I'm going to just keep in the back of my head. I'm usually here anyway at the museum for the free admission stuff. I don't normally get these tickets, so I'll have to figure out why I have this and who that is. But she has to check in all these other people, so I have to ask her later. So I'm going to go get something from the cooler in the meantime.
Yeah. And you can do that. She'll like wave by, and you can see the little signs that kind of say like first floor food court, which you're actually on the second floor right now. The entrance is on floor 2, so you have to go down to get to that food court. And as you go down that way, you kind of hear yelling down a hallway. Wonder who that is. It's Niamh. So if you'd like, you can try to overhear what Niamh is yelling about, because that'll be the next scene anyway.
I might as well, because if it's yelling, then I may not have to try too terribly hard over here.
You don't. You can use whatever you'd like as far as skill goes.
I'm gonna
just be observe again.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with observe and whatnot. Cool. I got a 3.
Wonderful. I think that is plenty, quite frankly, because I was going to give you a +1 to it anyway since she's yelling. Niamh, what are your exact words that you're yelling to these interns that just found the lost ones, by the way?
I said 15 minutes. I gave you 15 whole minutes to find this precious artifact, and you've just now found it. Tell me, does that seem like a good job to you?
I'm sorry. He like looks you in the eye before, like starts very brave, looks you in the eye, and then immediately recoils. Just to be fair, it doesn't look like a lot. It doesn't have anything inside of it.
Sidebar, is it supposed to have something? I would assume that it would have.
As far as you are aware,
Huh.
a book is a book is a book, which means it's got a
There's-
cover and there's stuff inside of it.
And there's
But to be
words.
fair, you haven't seen this book before today.
Right. Huh. Okay. So when he tells her that, she does this and she goes, I will remind you that mid-year reviews or the end of the year reviews are coming up. I will remind you of this.
Yes, ma'am.
And I will tell you to go and reflect. And you will hand me this book. And I will look at it. And I will make sure it gets out where it needs to go.
Yes, ma'am. There's gloves on the table there, though. They were very strict with us to not touch it without gloves.
Mm-hmm.
They're right there. Okay, and then the
You
book
wanna
is.
remember who I am?
Yes, ma'am. You're.
I know. I know.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm mansplaining things, and that's extremely.
It's good that you're aware of it.
I try to be conscious of myself, ma'am. Yeah. The and there are extra gloves in the cabinet if your size isn't out. That's me just trying to be helpful. I'm very sorry. The book is on the back counter.
Parker,
Yes, ma'am.
we're all stressed today. You're okay.
Okay.
So take a deep breath.
Right. Right.
If you need a cigarette, I've got some in my office.
That'd be awesome, actually. And he walks off towards your office to go grab a cigarette and go outside.
And she just kind of recenters. She's
yeah.
freaking out too much.
Yeah. And you see it. It is a green leather-bound book that is entitled "The Lost Ones" in a very like calligraphic gold leaf font, and underneath it in small letters says "Based on a story that has yet to occur."
Pop those gloves on, and then I'm assuming there's like so like when you're working with like older books, they have like the little they're kind of angled like this, and you
Right.
can set it in there. So she'll set the book in there, and she'll slowly leaf it open, and she'll start leafing through it.
It's all blank.
Huh.
Every page.
Huh. She goes to grab her phone to like contact oh my gosh, my brain's blanking out. Manda?
Alana.
Alana. I knew it was an A name. So she goes to like text Alana, and then she remembers that Alana's having a beautiful anniversary trip. And she goes, shit, okay. And then she'll like flip to like the middle of the book, still no words.
No, nothing.
To the back, still no words.
Not a thing. Not a picture. Not a word. Not even a letter or a page number. Nothing.
She gently closes the book and she goes, they're not going to read it anyway. And she picks it up and she goes to take it out to the exhibit.
All right. And then on your way out, you see Hector at the food court down the small hallway where you have to go through to get to everything. Hector is the first one you run into.
Good morning, sir. Enjoying your day at the museum so far?
Hector's pretending he did not listen to that whole conversation, and he goes, oh, "Hello, yes, I just I got in just a bit ago. Clara told me there was refreshments and whatnot down this way."
Oh yeah. Feel free to get whatever you want, and water's free. So.
Of course. What is I got these tickets. I don't know much about what the event is though.
Well, just allow me to tell you about it. And she sort of kind of like awkwardly holds the book that she's holding, because I guess I'm not sure, how big is it, like size wise?
It's honestly just a size of a regular book, like you would pick up Animorphs at the library.
Oh,
Picture
yeah,
that size,
okay. So
but
it's
very
Animorph size,
very
so
thick.
Okay.
Very thick.
I love it. thick but Animorphs size.
Yes. And again, very empty.
And super empty. But with it closed, we don't know that.
We don't know that. It's fine.
So essentially, this is an exhibit on writing, storytelling, language that we've had throughout the world, and it's very much just it's about connection to part of the ways that we tell stories. We started with oral storytelling, and we moved on to writing on papyrus, and then to parchment and the details of parchment and how it was created, and the massive amounts of effort and work that it went into gathering. And she starts rambling on, and I really genuinely could sidebar rant about parchment, vellum, the way codices started, and like that the Bible is actually a codex, and all of the Hebrew writings were, written in Greek and everything, and they were all separate, and they were all scrolls, and then Christians decided to compile them into a codex. So funnily enough, the Bible is really just an amalgamation of biblical scrolls that they picked and they liked, which is why you don't see stories like Jude. And she's telling Hector all of this. She's like, which is why you don't see, and you don't see this kind of thing because they've handpicked it. And so the codex was really.
Hector's just like, well, I got the ticket, so I'm here for the.
And then she just kind of stops herself in the middle and she goes, I'm not a tour guide for a reason. Find one of our docents and they can explain it to you a lot better.
Okay. No, yes, I can absolutely do that. I was more wondering.
I recommend Junie. She's a treat.
Okay, I can find Junie. Yes. And just
have a wonderful good meeting you. You need anything, I'm Niamh. I'm
yes.
Yep.
Yes, we've
mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Wonderful. Have a excellent day. And then she just
to nobody, Hector goes, she knows we met, right? She said my name. And then just goes off to find Junie.
Perfect. Listen. She's stressed.
Niamh is doing her best out here to not have a heart attack.
She's having marital problems. Her job's getting after her.
I love it so much. So you head off to find Junie. Niamh, you go to put the book in the display case.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're like kind of cutting through exhibits. Hector, you're cutting back upstairs after you pick whatever drink you would like. And you will find Junie back near the front counter. And sort of as we're following all of that simultaneously, Augustine, where do you come in the crowd? Do you want to be near the front of the crowd? Do you want to be near the back of the crowd? Are you even here yet?
Have I made friends with Junie and Niamh?
That's up to you all.
Because I do have the pips inside my relationship bonds.
So you have some sort of relationship with them. Whether you're good friends, that's different.
Now, see, I have none bond left beef for Augustine.
You do not have to have reciprocal.
I don't know
pips. So
who this is.
Think of it as, which it's a kind of sad, but like you're my best friend, but I'm not your best friend. You know what I mean? Like that's how pips work. The minor and major bonds do not have to match for each other. So while Augustine may have some for you, you don't have any for Augustine. It could be that you've met Augustine not knowing that was Augustine.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, you could still Niamh could know you and still not know you.
Yeah, I could say your name.
And in all fairness, he did shave.
Yeah, that's true. You've
I did-
shaved.
You
I
did
think-
shave, yeah.
I think Niamh met Augustine while he had the baseball cap and sunglasses on.
Niamh has also assumedly met Hector and likes Hector. She's just stressed right now.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a
She's dealing
busy
with a
time.
lot.
As she like walks towards, she's like, "Oh shit, that was Hector." Oh, they come here all the time.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So she's
Story of your life.
truly
Whoops.
again why they don't put her in public. She's not the
Yeah.
public facing for a reason.
He's not. In fact, I'll say normally Alana would be down here doing all of this. And if Alana wasn't on this trip with Melody right now for her and her wife's anniversary, you wouldn't be down here at all. You'd be in your office.
I'd be on that MacBook.
Yep. All day.
Living your best life.
Scrolling Tumblr on work hours.
As you should.
Someone may do that here.
Mm.
Don't put that. Cut that.
Hey, editing Mallory, decide later whether that's getting cut or not. Because I also gave a look to camera, so I might be telling myself a little bit too. But nobody needs to know.
Editing Mallory, please cut that. I'll make you a cool Photoshop thing.
And now editing Mallory's going to be tempted.
One side is Tumblr, one side is AO3.
Free fanfic.
Inside you are two
for a
websites.
month.
No one needs to know my history on either of those sites. That should die a fiery death. How about that?
I gotta clear the history every now and then. I gotta be like, no.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Delete.
gone.
I've had several accounts on both because nobody's tracking my ass anywhere.
No.
You'll
I'm a
never
ghost,
know which
baby.
ones were mine, motherfuckers.
I got-
ever.
3 AO3s. I took that 3 serious.
This is the part where you offer like people 20% off for like Surfshark VPN.
God, I wish. AO3,
This episode is
sponsor
sponsored
me.
by Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's. Get a fucking 32
We're all
ounce
eating
of the
chicken wings
sauce.
on camera.
Yep. That's
Now
the
they
one
have to
restaurant
edit
in
it out.
Yeah, now I have to edit it out. I'm editing. I'm gonna bleep out the name of the restaurant, and you put in the comments or the chat what restaurant you think that was.
And then
We'll
I just
play
go,
a fun
Raising
guessing game
Cane's,
with
Raising
it.
Cane's, Raising Cane's.
Bleep. All right, RJ. Before I divulge more about my internet shenanigans, where's Augustine at?
Probably in the middle of the crowd.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say that as like there are 5 front desk people here, so they're getting through the crowd fairly well. Are you coming back in baseball cap and sunglasses, or what's the look today?
Vixie?
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I was just going to mention you.
no.
Junie has 2 pips for Augustine, if that's
There we
helpful,
go.
because we had asked that question. I didn't have an opportunity to answer. So I guess that means she like knows. Does that mean she knows you, but has like no emotional attachment?
Pretty
I don't know.
much.
Okay.
Like you have a bond in a way of being like, you're a human and I'd like you to not die, but not in a way that you fully care.
It's
Okay.
essentially like when he was scoping the place out, bumped into Junie and was like, "Oh, by the way, where's the the Lost Ones book?" And Junie was like, "Oh, we don't have that on site right now."
Yeah. I think that's exactly what happened. Like Junie would have been like, "Oh no, that's not on site right now." And like made it dramatic because that's Junie. So about how it's basically like the Book of the Dead from the Mummy, because again, that's Junie. So
it's a winged, it's a stork, a menaphis. That's literally my favorite joke in the Mummy series.
oh my god, yes! I love the fact that you had a joke from the Mummy.
There's also, "What are you doing, hon? They don't use doors." Anyway, what was the question? Where are we? We devolved.
Where did you?
You were coming in the middle of the crowd.
Right.
What are you doing? Like baseball and sunglasses today, or is it just like a
No,
whatever?
This is the heist day, correct? The
Correct.
17th. He is dressed to the nines.
Love that. You walk in here and immediately look like the fanciest guy in the place. Like most people are here in flannels, jeans, boots, like graphic tees and shorts. There are children running around everywhere, and you come in like steamed shirt, slacks.
Augustine is the type of motherfucker to wear a suit on a plane because it's an event.
Love this for him. So is it a suit today?
It's a suit today.
Love that for us. You come in this suit none of the people at the front desk recognize you, which immediately puts panic on at least two of their faces, because if you look that nice, you probably are somebody important, and they weren't told about anybody important that hadn't already gotten their wristband. And if you're coming to them, that's probably what you're doing.
Just like, hey, just keep it on the down low that I'm here. I just wanted to scope out the place. Have them pretend like they know me.
I'm rolling.
Could I? Oh, you're rolling? Okay.
I'm rolling. Actually, no, I'll let you roll. That is the more fair thing to do, so I will let you roll.
I mean, I'm gonna lie my ass off, so it's gonna be another creative guile.
That's fine. What's your target number?
3, once again. And I do have points in guile.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you have a -1 to this, because
Oof.
Niamh is running the tightest ship you can imagine, and they know that she would have said something about somebody coming in that was like important, like an investor or something. So you have to hit a 2 or lower for this to go your way.
Yeah. Give me a hot second. Just gonna do that real quick and send that in chat. I think I rolled another dice for that. Okay. Just gonna also 1 second. Just 1 second. That's not the right place. Let me be funny. And then,
That is a flawless success, RJ. That is 2 1s. So with that,
that's
when
my
you-
luck for the night.
Lucky
Yeah.
son of a gun.
And hey, it was a nice place to have it. When you say that to them, they both kind of nod. They take out a blue wristband and then kind of look at you again for a second. And one of them reaches into an extra box under the table, takes out a second gold wristband, and hands you both.
Which one's the normal one?
Oh, the blue one's the normal one. The gold one is the VIP band.
He'll tuck the VIP band into his breast pocket and then put the blue one on.
Cool. And they also hand you a leaflet. One of them starts to hand you one, and the other one grabs it back and hands you a different one that's a different color.
Hey, thanks. Anyway, good luck tonight. Everything looks fantastic. I'll see you later.
Thanks. Does he know it's 10 a.m.? No, he doesn't know it's 10 a.m. It's fine. And you kind of hear them just like mumbling back and forth as you walk away. Which means all of you are in the lobby currently, right abouts anyway. Right off to the side is kind of where the exhibit has just opened. So there are people like milling in and out. Downstairs, you've got the food court and like a secondary exhibit, a climbing sculpture, and all of the hallways back down to like A&R, things like that. Upstairs on 3rd floor is going to be where all of your offices are. What would anybody like to do?
I'm
Pull
sorry.
the fire alarm and run.
No, my brain just went Emperor's New Groove Kronk.
I was just gonna say, my question is, are people lining up for docent tours? Like, do we have set times? Is there a sign that says when these tours are offered or anything like that?
There is. So in the main lobby, there is a sign for docent tours. You all each know what time slot is yours to run.
Okay.
So they essentially leave like every 10 to 15 minutes.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like gather at this sign when you are ready to go. So it'll be like 10:15, 10:30, 10:45, 11, all the way down the line. And while the sign doesn't have your names on it, you all know which signs or which ones are yours. Indy always goes directly after you. So
Okay.
whenever you are giving a tour, Indy's tour is 15 minutes behind yours.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So we're like starting to line up the first round of people. I'll say that you have second tour. So this first group that's lining up isn't yours, but the second one will be.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if she's not touring right away, I think Junie might be like nearby, but like behind the front desk or the reception area, kind of hidden away, looking at like her phone for a second, and she's like looking at pictures of she's just looking at something on her phone. I know what she's looking at, but we'll see if anyone else gets to find out today.
I will say, as you look at your phone and you're kind of like scrolling randomly through things,
Scrolling Tumblr.
you get a message on your work app
Mhm.
that is like, it's just the little museum icon. It's like a book with 2 M's inside of it. And when you get it, it's like a Slack channel essentially, where only the message comes up, and it's from somebody down in A&R named Penny that goes, "Did somebody hear the rumor about a robbery?" And right there,
yeah.
I'm gonna roll for omens, and we're gonna see what happens.
Oh, great.
So, for audience purposes, this game runs on a doomsday clock that operates in both in-game time and real-world time. We've been playing for about an hour, and that means that 1 moment from our clock will automatically go away. Our doomsday clock counts down until the doom at the end of our last session. So moment 1 is officially gone. Now what happens is, for every omen currently in play, in which there are 3, I get to roll 1d6. If that d6 comes up a 5 or a 6, 1 extra moment passes from our doomsday clock. So we could get up to 4 right now. We will see what happens. I'm going to put the Golden Girls dice away for this and instead use bone, rainbows, and my rock band dice, and we're going to see if any of your omens trigger another moment to pass.
So what we need to do here is give the gun to Yoshi and then have him run down to the boiler room.
Right.
And then shoot Ox.
Yes.
He'll be fine.
1000%. It's all fine. Nobody needs to know. So, good news. 4-1-1. No omen is going to trigger an extra moment to pass. But to be very clear to both audience and players, there is no action that you take that sets the omen off. I set the omen off. They are constantly in the background until they are resolved by you all. But you all will not know from me what the omens are. You just figure it out.
Okay.
If it seems important, it might be an omen. And once it's resolved, that dice goes away.
Although I cry out like I'm dying.
And you know what? I'm going to cut it right back in and I cry out like I'm dying, and I'm going to give no context whatsoever. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Lost Ones, episode 1, where we had ourselves a tiny little break post-rolling for the Doomsday Clock. Don't worry, they're only 1 moment in, so there's 13 moments left to go. They're doing really good so far. They just haven't figured out any of the omens yet, which are all in play already. And they haven't figured out a few other things, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. They'll get there eventually. They might die first, but they'll get there eventually. It'll be great. So, we have left off. Junie is kind of behind the counter, getting ready to give your first tour. But as you scroll through your phone for a few minutes, on like the company channel is the little ping that says, has anybody heard the rumor about the burglary?
And Junie wrinkles her eyebrows at first. She seems annoyed that like this, her the view of the thing she's looking at is being blocked. And you could she goes to she's like, "Oh, what robbery? What's they mean?" And then clicks the button to view the Slack channel. And it immediately opens it up and covers up the picture of the sarcophagus she was looking
at. You can do that, and kind of as you do it, you're getting more pings of messages coming through being like, what rumor? Or a couple that are like, it's a stupid rumor. These pop up every once in a while when we open new exhibits. Newbies, don't be worried about it. Whatever. Niamh, you're getting all of these too. They are in the shared company Slack channel. It's one that you maybe don't regularly go in. It's normally one that's for like docents and things like that. But every once in a while, you'll spit a message in there about like a time to pick up new scripts or something like that. So like you have access even if you don't use it frequently.
Okay.
I feel like Junie would just at Niamh. So an automatic, like, annoying ping. Like, at Niamh.
She'll look at her phone and she'll be like, just,
Do you want me to get security?
and then she'll just send a like, you know, like how, at least I've had bosses who have done this. They send no words. They just send a shit ton of punctuation, and she just sends like 500 or 600 question marks. I'm just like, and then that's what she sends. She just sends like 5 question marks of like, what do you mean? What she's trying to say is, what do you mean a robbery? Huh? What are you talking about? But she just sends 5 question marks.
In Niamh speak, she has no idea what's going on. Shakes her head. And
Well, she sends it to like the whole Slack channel. Like, so hopefully, like, so if anyone's like, oh, hey, robbery? And she goes, explain.
Any of the front desk people that are kind of like in this chat and stuff, they all kind of shrug, shake their heads. Even the person that brings it up first is like, I don't even know where it came from. Like, I just like heard about it from another guy, like one of the guys that got off this morning.
Okay.
We're starting to hit the time about where Junie's going to have to leave to do a tour.
What do I have in access? Like, what do I have access to in regards to, sorry, Augustine. What do I have in regards to security at this beautiful museum?
You have a high enough security clearance that you can get in back hallways, you can get an A&R, you can get in the offices, things like that. But as far as like the security system itself, there's a pretty robust security system to the whole place. The basement where they put like all of the extra relics and things like that need to be in like temperature controlled areas and things like that has heaviest security. You get lighter and lighter as you get towards the front door. Every exhibit has its own sort of security system. It's all tied in though to the security offices that are on the loading dock.
Okay. So there would be no way to like beef up security in the exhibit.
Not particularly, like not without locking the entire thing down, which really isn't an option right now.
Yeah.
Or without getting all of your security guards to abandon basically everywhere else that they're standing and get all of them or a bigger number of them to go to that exhibit instead of where they're supposed to be stationed.
Okay. So how many docents are like in my vicinity right now other than Junie? Are there any other ones? Or...
I believe there should be 6 docents currently on like schedule. Junie and Indy being 2 of them, and then you should have 4 more after that. One of them has already left to give a tour. Junie is second in line, so Junie's tour goes next, which means there are, I'm going to say 3 around you right now. The 2 that go last are probably not here right now and are probably off getting a snack or something like that.
Okay, so she'll tell the people, the 3, Junie and the 3 that are here, she'll be like, hey, on your tours, even if this is just a, you know, and she'll say it kind of quietly so no one can really hear, even if this is just a, you know, prank or some kind of baseless rumor, keep your eyes and ears peeled. You know, this stuff is super valuable. This stuff was generously donated. This stuff is, you know, it's invaluable to our core mission here. So just keep your eyes and ears peeled. Make sure that, you know, people are staying behind the lines. They're staying away from, you know, being able to look, but not, you know, getting too close. And if you feel uncomfortable, or if you feel like there's someone who's maybe a little bit too interested, give me a ring, call me over, you know, get one of the security guards to kind of come to where you are. You know, you have access to that kind of contact. So don't be afraid to, you know, reach out if you feel like the artifacts or yourself are in danger. So
don't worry, Niamh. If something happens, she hits her stick and says, I'll knock their knees out.
Junie,
It'll be
I'm not gonna
fine.
say you're my favorite, but I'm not gonna say it. But she kind of goes, and then she'll send a message to like the docent like Slack chat and be like, "Hey, eyes and ears peeled." Even if this is, she basically says a shorter, sweeter version of it in the Slack chat.
Junie adds, beat them within an inch of their life. After that, text goes up with a smiley face.
Niamh will
'Cause I'm
follow for legal purposes. That is a joke.
Somewhere in a crowd, Augustine shivers a little bit.
And the lawyer behind you also shivers. It's cold in here.
Yeah.
We got the AC up. It's a lot of people, okay?
Yeah. A lot of people. You gotta crank that AC or else
That's
it's
why I come in
never
here.
gonna cool down. Yeah, that's why Hector comes in here.
Yeah,
So-
but
Got
air's
a lot
so
of layers on. You
dry.
really do need the AC.
Yeah.
You do.
So as Junie, you are preparing to
Mhm.
give your tour. What is everybody else doing?
Well, I'm lining up for the tour because Niamh told me that not good for explaining why I have a ticket here, and apparently Junie is. So I'm going to go to the tour because I have a ticket. I still don't know why I got it, but I'm happy to have it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go hang out.
Perfect.
Also lining up for the tour because I need to figure out where the hell this book is.
Beautiful. I
The
love
one
that.
presently in Niamh's hands.
Yeah, the one that Niamh hasn't put in the display case yet.
Why?
He just looks over. Is that the book I'm supposed to steal?
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute.
And like I will say the title on this thing is not small. Like it is big enough that even at Animorph size, you can see the title of this book in gold
Augustine
leaf.
pulls out a gun.
Everybody, this is a stick up. I'm British now.
No, it's that meme of like where he starts to pull out the gun. He's like, no.
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 Was Niamh? I can't remember anymore. Was Niamh holding the book while Hector was talking to them? It's like, I know that this book is there, even though I have no frame of reference for anything here.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Niamh was holding it while they were chatting, and she was just like, and the codices.
Yes.
Time to give a tour. And I suppose while Junie's giving this tour, you'll maybe make your way to go put this book in the display case.
Yes,
Who
I will.
knows?
I will go put, and then I will also would like to also I'm assuming I have access to like a I can't think of any other word other than like a dossier on like this artifact, like some kind of
Oh,
information
absolutely.
on
Yeah,
this.
you have information on like a grand list of every book or other artifact or relic or anything like that that was put through this entire exhibit with as much information as was available for all of them. So like normally they have like the year they were found, the estimated age of the item, you know, what it would have been used for if it's something we don't already use today and it wouldn't be self-explanatory, or even if it would sometimes, the condition that it's thought to be in, even the appraised value, because the insurance companies and the investors would all want that information. So
Yeah.
you have access to that much of it, because you are considered like very high up as far as that stuff goes. Whereas Junie would have everything probably but the estimated value. Like in notes would have like how old it is and what it was used for and
Right.
things like that, because those are things you talk about. But anybody below you would not have any access to how much things cost or like how much it's worth.
So after she's put it up, like she would probably go in and like look at that stuff. And is there any information about what is found inside of it? If there is any information that would say what the contents might have been.
Give me a
just
roll
because-
about it.
Okay, let's roll about my first roll of the night. I'm so
Yeah.
Yay,
excited.
first roll of the night.
You tell me what you want to use.
Um.
Probably more than likely it would be academic or culture.
Oh gosh. I accidentally exited the sheet. Oh,
You fool.
Okay. So academic, definitely.
Sure.
And then I mean careful, I guess.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
careful is good.
Okay, so my target number is 4.
Cool. I'm going to keep that at 4. That can stay even.
Okay. I rolled a 1.
Hey.
Wonderful.
Huzzah.
Roll that second d6 for me. You all said you were gonna roll
Oh,
bad.
I rolled a 4.
That's fine. That's still a regular success. It's not a flawless, but it's still a regular success. You go through kind of like on your iPad, like watching as Junie's group is sort of like meandering through here, because the Lost Ones is pretty early in the exhibit. It's not like the first thing you see, but it's pretty early because it's an older book. You look it up on your iPad, find the number that kind of matches the item number on your list, go through everything, and oddly enough, don't have much. You have that there is a book here entitled The Lost Ones, green-bound leather, gold leaf, an approximate page count, but not in the way of somebody went, hi, this says it's 532 pages, in a way that it looks like the notes say that someone had to count out the pages because there were no page numbers. And there is no other information aside from a couple of small things that have been blacked out. You cannot read them.
Blacked out even from moi?
Even from you.
Wow. What's the appraised value? Just out of curiosity.
I'm going to say comes out to 40 million.
And I'm only getting paid
Sweet.
5? What the
You're
hell?
only getting paid. You didn't look it up, buddy.
You're the courier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're just a
you're
transport.
you're the guy who goes and grabs it.
You're getting 5 million to steal that book and drop it in a trash can.
Jason Statham.
Okay.
That's transporter, sorry.
Transport,
The other guy on the bike,
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Franco,
I do
Hey,
like
Franco?
transporter. It's a good.
I think.
I
Anyway,
don't know.
cut this out, Mallory.
Cut editing, Mallory. Cut it out. Or
Yeah.
dub over RJ with the correct actors' names. I'm gonna probably just cut it out instead. I won't.
It's
I
just
won't
a
even
hard
remember
cut to
the
like one of those like automated like Siri voices.
James Franco.
Yeah. The correct actor is
Yeah.
Watermelon,
No.
watermelon.
Eggs and
Gonna
bacon.
throw
Eggs
the
and bacon.
shit at me.
there you go. Yeah. And then you just dub over that. And then sponsor segment. This episode sponsored by Raising Cane's.
Leave.
Raising Cane's and Cupid's, the lingerie store.
It got worse.
This will inspire, actually, my choice lingerie store if I'm going to be this open on the internet. Why not? Yes.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
There we go.
Ah,
We
okay.
got there.
But
Joseph
then you go
Gordon-Levitt.
back and when he's talking about it and you dub with
I'm
him
literally
saying
going to splice it right there and be like, oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The thing about my favorite lingerie store, gone. Nowhere to be found.
Poof.
So 40 million, that is what you see as the appraised value. But the information, the very little itty bit there is blacked out.
I have an idea, but I'm gonna save it for the rest of after everyone.
Okay.
I'm gonna DM you that idea.
DM me. Let's see what happens. I might DM you back a roll to make. So, you two are on Junie's tour, and Junie, you're leading a tour of probably like 35 people or so. It's like a big mix of like families, some with smaller kids that look very bored in this section and are like, why can't we go to the play area? What is this? And their parents are like, it's educational. They don't care if they're 4, but you're doing the tour anyway because that's your job. And Hector and Augustine are mixed into the crowd as you start to pile your way through the exhibit. And you're probably, by the time Niamh puts in the book, looks up everything about it, you're probably right about where the display cases are. And the Lost Ones is in a display case with 4 other books. So there's 5 total, and all of them other than the lost ones look a little older, are like maybe a little ripped. Like Restoration has done their best, but there's only so much you can do to paper at some point. Like when it reaches a certain age, restoring it becomes either really expensive, really difficult, or risks damaging the rest of the book. So the other ones don't look in nearly as good a condition as this one does.
Junie is born for this. Like she it's very clear that she's a very good docent. She's very charismatic, very dramatic, and she actually opens her tour with a warning which is very it's very funny. It's the equivalent of bombastic side eye. She opened her tour with "Bienvenidos and welcome to our museum. Just a friendly reminder to keep your hands and feet in the tour at all times, or I will do it for you." And she like sort of whaps her little stick and like it coincidentally happens to look at Augustine, but like not because she knows anything. It just happens that like she catches their eye. And then but maybe she was trying to look at the kid behind him or something. Like it wasn't intentional at all. Just a very silly, funny moment. And she says, "Keep your eyes on the clock at the top of my wand so that you don't get lost. And if you do get lost, I will find you." Am I clear? Wonderful. And that's how she starts her tour. And she, very charismatically is speaking about each of the different exhibits. And when she gets to, and I actually have a question for you, Guide. She has some stuff that she can do.
Cool.
As part of her it's in her inventory though.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's got some spells. She's got a little spell called Trick of the Light. She's just and it's something that she just sort of does where it almost creates like a little spotlight on each of the things.
I'm not even making you roll. That's too cute. Use it.
She's just making a little spotlight. It's just a little flavor thing. That's just a little thing that happens when she makes it look as casual as possible. She waves her little stick and is talking about it as she comes upon the Lost Ones books. So that's kind of how her tour goes. It's very clear that she's very good at her job and she makes it entertaining and as educational while still being educational as she can.
This is why Junie is Niamh's favorite. You two watch as the spotlight bounces from item to item to item, and Augustine, when it lands on the Lost Ones, you know you got it. That's exactly where it is. And you kind of feel it as a body pushes up against you, but it's much smaller than you, as the little boy from outside pushes up past you to go to Hector and kind of just looks at you while you're on the tour and has left his mother and stands next to you instead.
Probably take me a minute before I notice that there's a small child next to me.
Oh yeah, he says nothing. He doesn't even bump into you. He full force bumps Augustine. I don't care about this man at all. But when he comes up to you, he's very gentle about it and will just keeps watching Junie. But then every once in a while will just glance up at you being has he seen me yet? No, okay. Have they seen me? No.
I think Hector is watching the tour. He has been on several of Junie's tours before, having just frequented this. So the subject matter has changed, but the style familiar with. Sitting and wondering about the note that he got written, he was delivered with the ticket. That's to be able to check out every book to your heart's content. And, trying to figure out what does that mean. How am I supposed to read these books? They are behind glass. Very confusing. When finally I will notice the small child next to me. Just go, "Oh, hello."
Hi, mister. Did you want to read any of the books?
Perhaps yes. I don't. When there is an opportunity to read them, I was invited to come read books. So maybe.
Well, why don't we sit here and read books together?
We can read books. Is your parent okay with the reading of the books?
Oh yeah, mom's fine with it. Honestly, she just keeps looking at her phone, but she says it's good for me to look at books sometimes, not just my action figures or the TV a lot. And he like turns around and he waves at her, and you see she waves back and she waves at you. And she just kind of nods like this knowing thing of like, yeah, it's fine. He's fine.
Okay. Yes, we can read the books.
Okay. Just just wait for the lady to walk away, and then I could get us one of those. And he points to the display case where they're locked up.
I think back again to the fact that I have a note that says you'll be able to check out every book to your heart's content with a ticket that I was given that is signed by Clara, even though I am pretty certain that it's not her handwriting, but it's one of those things where it's like, now I just kind of want to see what's going on here. Just go, okay. Sure.
Oh yeah, it's really easy. I learned how to do it when the last exhibit was here. It's the same case. And he will like hold your hand and pull you like over a little bit, so it looks like you're still with the group, but you're not going to be shuffled along by people behind you.
I will let this small child commit crime as I
Do I see
as I watch him
this?
happen.
That depends. Give me a roll about it, buddy. Do you see it or not?
How much do you care about small children?
Yeah, how much do you care about the small child that literally like rammed into you a minute ago?
I too want to know if I see
his
this.
best friend?
I mean, it depends on how
You also
close.
can give me a check about it, Junie.
Okay.
Absolutely. Niamh cannot. You're busy.
Concerted is mostly used for
Grit, willpower, etc.
Yeah, grit,
Okay.
willpower, like effort.
I have a
So-
pip and observe. Does that give me a die?
Yeah,
Or
so
does that-
you take 1 to observe, and then tell me what approach you take to observe.
Oh, okay.
And then you're adding those two numbers and giving me that number, and I will set your target number for it. So
It
actually,
increases your target number.
Yeah, you want a high target number because you're trying to roll
Rolling
below
low.
it. You and Augustine will have different target numbers for this because you're working with different skills.
I'm just
Uh,
thinking about. Oh, go ahead. I was just thinking about how Junie would approach it.
Would you allow me a concerted insight check to scope the crowd then?
Yes, I would say that you're constantly on a stakeout. I would say for you that is very fair to do.
I'm gonna say observe, and I think that Junie's been a docent long enough that she's got creative ways to like kind of keep an eye on people. So I would like
I'll
to
say
use
that.
creative, which
Yeah,
is
sure.
2.
Cool.
So-
So our Augustine, what's your target number?
My target number's 2. I rolled a 2.
Beautiful. We'll resolve that in a second. Junie, what's your
So-
target number?
My target number a 2 because I'm rolling creative, which is a 2.
You're rolling creative plus observe. So you have
Observe.
3. You get
3.
2 plus 1.
2 plus 1.
And
so it's
I'm gonna
3.
keep yours even too. I'm not gonna adjust
Okay.
that at all. So let me know what you roll.
All right, and I'm rolling 2 dice for this, right?
No, you're rolling 1.
Just 1.
You roll the other one if you get a 1 on the 1 dice.
Oh, I did not do well. I rolled a 5.
That is okay. We're going to resolve these in the order they're rolled, which means, Augustine, you go first. You've tied, which
Right.
means you get your choice.
Right.
Succeed with a consequence or fail with an opportunity.
Actually, I have a spell.
Actually. Sure, buddy. What's your spell do?
My spell is called Turn the Tide. All my skill checks have opportunity for 10 rem or 3 tick. If the skill check would have been a failure with opportunity, it becomes a pure success instead.
Okay.
So you're spending that spell slot for
You're
the
going to
day?
spend your spell slot?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Refreshes.
spells are finite and refresh after a long
It's
rest
true.
with the
Yeah.
ritual.
Got it. Yeah, I'll use it here.
Okay, cool. So you do see, like, you notice this kid run up on you and kind of knock you to the side a little bit, which is impressive for like your build and how much you work out and stuff, that this child could kind of knock you to the side a bit. But he does, as he runs up to Hector, and you watch as he pulls Hector over to the side, and you're like, That's weird. Interesting.
I think what this looked like for the casting of Turn the Tide, Augustine is spinning a oboe in his fingers,
Mhm.
and it gets knocked from his hand, and he just stoops to pick it up and just hears the, I can get you to read some stuff.
Yeah. I can open the gates. It's not a big deal.
Excuse
Yeah,
me?
it was just
my
the like
God.
a little thing that you hear, and you're like, "What the hell, kid? I'm trying to fucking do that." So
Are you trying to nick my score? What?
you get that pretty easy. This little like, I don't even remember how old I said he was earlier. He's a tiny kid. Is like about to steal your $5 million right now from underneath you, man. For Junie though,
Yes.
with a failure because your target number was a 3.
It was a
You rolled
3.
a 5.
I rolled a 5. I rolled way above.
So you have a choice here.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep it as it is, or you can sacrifice either 3 blood or 3 guts and turn that into a tie.
Ooh, okay. Let me see.
So as a reminder, blood is your physical health.
Mm-hmm.
Guts is your mental / social health, essentially.
What
Oh.
would I need to spend to have Junie increase their...
That becomes a help action,
Got it.
which means that you technically can't give a major at this point, but a reroll can be spent at any time. So if you want to sacrifice a minor bond that you have with Junie, Junie gets a reroll.
I have a major bond with Junie.
Well,
you
you're gonna break that essentially.
You have 4 pips. So
You're gonna break that, and that major bond will be gone.
what do you think, Vixie? Do you want to reroll?
I also have an inventory item, but I don't know what it does.
Ooh.
Let's talk about it. We'll decide what it does together.
So before we decide to break our bonds, because I'm really curious as to why you have such an intense bond, and I'm like, I just know who you are. Like I'm aware of
Past
you.
RJ made decisions. Future RJ doesn't remember. So
I have. Oh yeah.
It's been a month since session 0, for context.
I have
when
a
we built that
seashell horn good luck charm.
the magic conch.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I have that too. It doesn't say what it does. It's just a good luck charm.
Then I'm gonna say that this is a Mallorie rule and not a game rule. So if you're using this show to learn how to play this game, don't take this rule unless you just think it's fun. I'm gonna say that we as a table can decide what that does then.
Ooh.
Because it benefits more than one of you. So if you want to come up with what it does together, whatever, as long as everybody at this table agrees on it, then that's what it does.
Oh,
Fine by
man.
me.
What if it's 2 pieces of like a bigger thing too? That'd be really interesting.
Click them together and Wonder Twin.
Click them
powers
together.
activate.
I think
Shape
I
up.
also have that exact charm. Oh my god!
Did you all take it?
Are we the
No.
chosen ones?
We kind of all took it.
I was about to
It-
say
it- it was a low-
Doing.
It was a low point item on inventory, so
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
the round out
Seashell
points
horn
was
good
like
luck
that.
charm.
Yeah, why not?
Oh my gosh. So what do we want it to do?
Up to you all.
I do kind of like the idea of us all like.
I'm just like, if we all pull a halfling luck, that would be very funny. But also, I might drive Mallory
Honestly,
crazy.
since you're the one that's initiating this, I'm gonna defer to you on like
Yeah.
what it does.
Mhm.
Oh, geez. Because it's a good luck charm. So I'm wondering, it can like. I guess my question is narrative or mechanical. What would be better? Because I don't want to break the game by adding a mechanical benefit that maybe it doesn't.
I have no horse
Well,
in this race.
you
so
also-
decide.
I think you use them like you're going to expend this use of it.
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you'll expend the use of whatever it is. So it's not
Okay.
like it's something you have to keep
So-
forever.
Here's my play, and let me know if we hate it or not. Mallory, you roll a high or low. Anything 4, 5, 6 is high. 1, 2, 3 is low.
Mm-hmm.
And Vixie, you call it.
Yeah.
If it
Oh.
succeeds, if you get whatever it is, high or low, you get a reroll. If it fails, it doesn't use the item, but you don't get the reroll effect.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Ooh. That's tempting. All right, let's do it.
Call your high or low.
I'm gonna say hi.
I'm
That's
gonna
what my
do
brain
what
is
the
saying.
dice Vixie gifted me. I feel like that's only right. What'd you say,
How
Hyla?
serendipitous.
Hi.
Sorry, that's a 3.
Well, still
I'll
can't
show
see
you
it.
in everything.
Yeah. No,
It's a
I
backwards
believe
3,
you.
but it's a 3.
Yeah, it's all good.
But you also still have your good luck
But you do
charm
have your
Yeah.
good luck charm for later.
that you
So I
can use
will
for
say
later.
you do not see this
Nope,
as you are
don't see
like sending the spotlight everywhere.
Well-
You're like catering to all of these people, making sure
Mhm.
everybody's good. And
Unless
you
RJ
don't
wants to
do
break
it.
the bond, because I think that was the only other thing we said.
Oh, that's true. If RJ breaks the major bond, because a reroll can be given at any time, a major roll must, or a major like 1-up has to be done before the reroll.
Which narratively that would work because Augustine is kind of by stealing. Isn't that something of a betrayal? Isn't it?
Yeah.
All of
true.
these minor bonds are for me just to throw them at you, so I don't have any at the end of it.
And we all
Well, we
just,
have a major. Apparently, you have a major bond to me.
yeah.
So
Hey,
I'm
past
just.
RJ, what the fuck?
Past RJ's wild.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just like, this is going to be interesting, because you would have to break that, right? But like, how does that work exactly? Breaking those bonds
so-
for help.
Essentially, you will spend a minor to give Vixie the reroll. You will then
Mhm.
have 3 minors left. You
Okay.
have the opportunity later to rebuild that bond and get back to a major bond. But for now, if Vixie needs more help,
Mhm.
you can't give the major bond.
Got it. I can't give them the reroll, essentially.
You can give them the reroll as long as you have any minor bonds left. It's the big square is the major bond. So if you spend one now, that major bond opportunity is gone until you rebuild that.
I might save it for something more important then.
That is
It'll.
fine.
Yeah, I was
need
gonna say
to see it.
there'll be things more important.
Because in my head, it'd be funny if like the kid bumping into Augustine made enough of a kerfuffle for Junie to see Augustine and be like, you know, if you put sunglasses and a baseball cap on him, he would totally look like that one guy who's asking a lot of questions about the book.
Oh, jeez.
Like that one dude. Yeah. So
Funny that.
you don't spot it as you kind of start to continue on the tour, going through like around the corner to the next little bit, and most
Mhm.
people start to follow you, except for Hector, our unnamed small child, and Augustine, who stay behind.
I'll probably like put a hand on the kid's shoulder to like before he like immediately goes and unlocks the thing. If I see a person is staying behind, because I think Hector has enough of a mind of like, hey child, let's not get in legal trouble with somebody watching you.
When you do that, he stops because you kind of felt him pull a little bit like he was gonna go, and then he goes, "Do you know who that is?"
And I think I've seen him around before, but not really. No.
Hey, mister, what's your name?
Gus.
Do that.
Gus. Hector,
No, not
can-
like the Cinderella mice. It's just Gus.
No, I'm gonna call you Gus. Hector,
Did you need did you have questions about the museum? I'm not the tour guide, but I'm here a lot.
no, I was gonna see if Gus can read with us because he's not going anywhere.
I was asking Gus if you needed questions or help.
Oh, no, I'm fine, thank you. I'm just touring around.
Okay. Sounds good. Small child and I were going to look at some of the books.
Mm-hmm.
So just if you have any questions, I've heard not this specific tour, but I've heard many of the tours many times. I can probably recite some of the things.
Excellent. Carry on, I guess.
Okay. I'll just keep an eye on Hector's now torn between, small child is going to do whatever he wants to do, but also wants to make sure that this guy is not going to, like, I don't know, call security or something.
Do I look like a narc to you?
You're a man in a suit in a museum, so yes.
So yes, you look like a giant ass narc, actually.
Damn it. Should have came through with like a hoodie and sweats.
Mm-hmm.
But see, then you would have looked suspicious. So
I look suspicious whatever I wear.
That's a good point.
Augustine yells at the air.
Okay, so yeah, just
Who
follow
said
the
that?
small child.
He will take your hand again and walk over to the display case where the books are and go, "Do you have one you want to look at?"
Why don't you pick something that you want to read?
What about this one? And he like walks back and forth a little bit and then settles in front of the lost ones.
I saw somebody with this book earlier. This seems interesting.
Oh, you did? That's pretty cool. I think if it's the same case and they didn't fix it, they didn't realize that the bottom comes out if you hit it like this. And he just takes his little fist, crawls underneath the case, and pops once, and you hear a little click.
Hector will cough at the same time as this small child makes a loud
Almost
noise.
At the same
you
time.
I need you to roll to see if it actually goes well, and you do cough at the same time, or if it's a touch too late or too early.
I'm gonna call this creative and survival,
I think that works perfectly.
which is a 3.
Yeah,
and I
I'm
rolled
gonna-
a 2.
I'm gonna say that a 2 in this case will work as a success.
Okay.
It's just a cough. It's not like you're trying to hide anything too big. Like it's a light click.
I rolled
but-
under my number, so I'm
Yeah,
good.
so you're fine. I'm not gonna adjust it or anything. I think that that's an easy fix. And this little boy crawls out from underneath the display case and looks so proud of himself because he
Can-
knows it worked. And he just looks up at you. He doesn't touch the case or anything. He just looks up at you.
Can Hector and Augustine just share a look like, what the fuck, man?
I think, like, as I look back, I see, I'll see Gus looking at us and just kind of go, kids, right?
Kids.
You want to get the book so we can read together?
They're going to be mad at me if I do that, but okay. And just for the sake of it, I have in my inventory a large backpack and blank book, and I'm just going to put the blank book in the case and take the lost ones out. Just for now. I'm not walking away with this book, just for now. so that if somebody walks by, maybe they'll at least see book. Okay.
Yeah, book. Makes perfect sense to me.
Niamh is gonna lose it.
Oh, absolutely. Before we talk about what happens with the book, before we talk about that, hey Niamh, do you want to tell everybody what you've been getting up to in DMs for the past
I
few minutes?
have been hacking into Alana's computer
Correct.
because there's something I don't know and I have to know it or I'll die.
So as everybody was going on their tour, Niamh snuck upstairs back to the offices, got into Alana's office, and hacked into her computer. What was the password? Because it wasn't that hard.
Oh, what was her wifey's name?
Melody.
Melody, but one of the O's wasn't a 0.
Love it. And
Capital M.
as you type it in, capital MEL0DY, everything like pops up on her computer, and it's like she's never closed a tab in her life. 97 straight across the fucking board.
So she has ADHD like me, got it?
Yes, correct. And she keeps tabs on everything. So like here's the slides for that investor meeting that she mentioned for when she gets back. Here's a bunch of the stuff for the exhibit, the different artifacts that came in, and all of their file folders up and things like that. There's also an email from the people that own the cabin that she's at right now, wishing like it's a congratulations email, essentially saying like, congratulations on winning this anniversary stay with us. We're so excited for you and Melody to come up here and be with us for 2 wonderful weeks out in the woods. No cell phone service, super off the grid, like everything you need for peace and comfort to really reconnect with your loved one in like the world that we live in. And it has a link in it. And all the rest of them are the artifacts popped up.
Okay.
And a couple DoorDash pages
Oh,
that she
yeah.
like didn't understand she already had one open, so she opened another one to order lunch on a different day. That sort of thing.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah.
What restaurant did she pick from DoorDash?
One of them is called Pizza Saloon,
Yeah.
and it is just like a regular pizza place. And the other one that she got is called Calzone Jones. And you're like, why can't you get a calzone at Pizza Saloon? You can. It's that she doesn't like their calzones. Can't tell you why.
Because you have to order through the calzone home on the range.
Thank you, RJ. Pizza Saloon is the restaurant that RJ made up for Childhood Nightmares. So I saw my opportunity and I took it.
That's great. There is an actual restaurant, by the way, in the town I used to live in called Pizza Ranch. So
perfect combination.
You're closer than you thought. Okay, well then I guess she's gonna start digging through those tabs for the lost ones.
Cool. You start digging through tabs over and over and over again, and you're like, not this one, not this one. This is the modern books. This is like the other ones in that case. This is like the writing quill. This is for the oral storytelling part of the exhibit. Where is
these,
this
by the way,
book?
too.
You close all of them as you
I
go?
start closing her tabs. This is too much. You have links to all of these, girl.
You start closing them out, and as you do, I'm gonna be so generous here. Roll me your 2d6.
Okay.
Whatever you get, I'm gonna multiply it by 2.
I got a 5 and a 2.
Okay, so 7 times 2 is 14.
14. That's kind of ominous that's how many dooms.
You get through 14 tabs before you find the one you're looking for. And you find the lost ones. It has all the same information that you just saw.
Right.
Now only half of it's blacked out.
Even Alana has something?
Yeah, even Alana has something gone. But the part of it that Alana can see is that this was a direct donation from the Destino family that helped raise the funding for this exhibit. They have a special thank you in the little leaflets and things that part of the display case items are from them. This is one of their donations. It comes straight from their family, and they had like a private appraiser for it and that sort of thing. It very specifically lists a like James S. Destino as the owner, and says that there are 3 approved pickup people for the end of the exhibit. The first name is his, the other 2 are blacked out.
Good to know. Okay. And so, is that the only thing that isn't unblacked out?
Yeah. Everything else is the same information that you had on your iPad, but the rest of the description is still blacked out for Alana's login.
Okay. So it seems, well, okay. Okay. Are there any emails? And I know she has 1,000 fucking unread emails. I know she's
so
1,000.
So
and
many.
I'm gonna go ahead and help you make it worse. Outlook is the email client. I'm gonna go ahead and say.
Oh no, I was gonna be nice and give you
Uh,
Gmail, but you know what? No, you're right. It is Outlook. It's Outlook.
it
It's
would
Outlook.
be. It would be.
I hate Outlook. I use that for my job.
Yeah.
and You can see the joy on my
Mhm.
face.
Yeah.
I go up to the
Yeah.
stupid search bar that I know won't give me what I want, and I
Mhm.
type in the last name.
You type in Destino?
Yeah, I type in Destino. See if there's
Beautiful.
any emails from James or from like the estate or something like that.
You come up with exactly one email.
Oh,
It is from James. It is a agreement for the display of the book. It is very specific that no one should touch it without gloves or anything like that. And it also agrees on a pickup time for the end of the exhibit, which is not for 4 months, but that date is highlighted as if it's been added to Alana's calendar of like a date and specific time that someone will be there to get this book back.
and it specifically said not to touch it without gloves. You said,
Uh-huh. Yeah. It very does specifically say do not touch this book without gloves.
This is fine.
I'm
I
wearing
wonder what will
gloves. They're
happen.
fingerless, but I'm wearing them.
Well, I would
Thankfully,
say
no one without gloves has touched it, right?
yeah, thankfully, I would think that no one without full latex gloves has touched this book. Probably not at all. Yeah, it's
Thank
probably
goodness.
fine. Yeah, it's fine.
You know what that information would have been very useful would be on a tour about the book.
And you know what's also helpful? That they're in a locked display case.
To be
Clearly not
fair-
locked.
To be fair,
Yeah.
you were warned to keep your hands and feet in the tour.
That a small
All right.
child could open. It is what it is.
There you go. Okay. Well then,
I mean, he rolled for it. It's fine. I rolled
she
during the
writes
break
a
for it,
quick-
but he rolled for it.
Sticky note to Alana.
Mhm.
Sorry, had to look up information in your computer. Closed your tabs. Love you. And then sticks it to the center of the computer.
The center of the monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Because she knows she's gonna get caught. Like, because she
Yeah.
closed all those fucking tabs. So she's like, you know
For
what?
sure.
No. If I'm gonna own this.
Yeah.
They know how I am. They know not to hide anything from. Don't give me redacted. Don't give me anything redacted.
Nope.
I'm a nerd. I have to know everything.
And with that, the like as you're sticking the sticky note on the monitor, Kyle pops his head in and is like, "Hey, what's up?"
Wait, Kyle? Kyle who?
Kyle is your and Alana's boss. The one that she sent the slide deck to for the investor meeting right before she left.
Okay.
Yeah.
She looks up. She goes, "Oh, hey."
That's my name, Niamh. Are you finally having that mental breakdown that we talked about in our one-on-one last week?
A little bit.
Okay. Cool.
I don't. This is Alana usually. Alana's usually the one who does the. No, Alana's usually the one who does all the.
Yeah, the floor
social-
stuff. Usually you're up here in your office. Normally Alana's down there dealing with the docents and the crowd and stuff. Yeah, that's normally how this goes. But she's at that cabin with Melody.
Mhm.
So you've been downstairs and you've been peopling too much.
I've been peopling too much.
Okay.
There's a
Sure.
reason that I put on the quiz on my Bamboo HR. The reason that I put that I put that my superpower would be to be invisible is because I wouldn't have to talk to anybody. So there's a reason that I answered that way in the HR get to know you question when I first.
Which I really appreciate, and that's why we have things worked out the way we do. My question, though, is this is Alana's office, and that's Alana's computer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is not your office, nor is it your computer.
Correct. There were things on Alana's computer that I needed to get to.
Like what?
Like information about an artifact that we have that it doesn't have anything in it.
Doesn't have anything in it.
It doesn't have anything in it. The pages are blank.
Oh, so it's a book. It's like a blank book.
Yes, and it doesn't have anything in it, and everything is it's really weird. And she pulls up her iPad. She goes, "Look, it's all redacted, and it's weird, right?"
Yeah. Real weird. It's probably
Weird
not
enough.
redacted on my computer. It's probably just, or it's really expensive, right? So they probably only have the stuff for like me and a couple other people to see.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, if it's not redacted on your computer,
No way are you seeing my computer.
not your computer. I don't want to look in your computer. I just want to see the description of the artifact.
Roll about it.
Please.
Roll about it. Because
This is
you
gonna
know
be the
what? If this
shittiest.
goes well, I will read out the description for you while we find out what happens with this book.
Okay. So I would like to approach this. I don't know how I would do this.
Whatever you think will work.
I presume carefully in the sense that like she's trying not to lose her job.
I think carefully makes sense.
And she has so little social skills, it's actually funny. So it's gonna be a 2.
Okay. What was your target number?
Have to get a 2 or a 1.
Okay. And I'm going to be so nice, and I'm not even going to make it harder. I could.
You're gonna love this. I got a 2.
Another tie. Okay. Succeed with your consequence or fail with your opportunity. Take your pick.
Listen, Niamh doesn't know this, but Madison knows this. World's about to end. Let's succeed with a consequence. Who needs a job in the apocalypse, okay?
Beautiful.
Who needs a job?
Okay. Yeah. Fine. You can see the description only because you are the one running the show downstairs today. But you know what?
Review?
Yeah, it's just gonna happen, man. It's fine. Not for the asking to see the description, to be clear, it's for breaking into her office and then breaking into her computer.
That's understandable.
I do fear I probably can't let that one go. But fine. And he pulls out like his.
Can we do a verbal warning?
Yeah, sure. Please don't break into people's offices again. That's fucking weird of you.
Hey, warning received.
Awesome.
Won't do it again.
And he pulls out his own like company iPad, pulls up everything on it. And in the same moments that you are reading this off of the iPad, Hector is holding this book without gloves downstairs. Without full gloves, we'll say, downstairs. Small child looking up at you, admiration. Augustine looking at you, and this small child being like, what the fucking hell? I'm going to be beat out of a job by a child. Junie is in the next room over saying the spiel about everything. And as you are holding this book, the gold leaf text starts to glow. And the book, without your help, flips open to the first page. On August 17th, 2025, in a museum that in this world no longer even stands, there will be for people who do not know it, but their destinies are so set in this place that if they do not make it out of here today, I fear that this world we live in will finally come true. And as those words form themselves on the page with an illustration that looks eerily familiar as yourself, the man standing in this room with you, the person that you have taken tours from for years, And the woman that you heard yell at people down a hallway earlier before she talked to you for a while, and that you've also met a million times, even if she doesn't remember. This all comes in line by line by line as Niamh reads the description on the iPad. This book is said to be able to rewrite the history of this place and this time and the future we will all live in. Anyone whose name or face comes into it, I fear their destiny has already been written, and it is nearly impossible for it to be reversed. Within seconds of you seeing this, of Hector seeing the book, Niamh, you and Junie, as well as Kyle, all get a little click in your headset. Sorry to interrupt your days, everybody, but this is security. We're going to have to put the museum on full lockdown. It seems like maybe those burglary concerns were more serious than we thought. And with that, the security system goes into place. And the front doors, the loading dock, the ventilation system, the roof access, the basement access, and any other outside route to this museum are fully put into lockdown. And we're going to go ahead and do our doomsday roll there so we can end the night.
Can Augustine
Put the
just
book back.
send a singular... Can Gus send a singular text out?
Oh, yeah, you can absolutely send a text out.
Fuck.
He's gonna send a text to Iris that just reads, "Hey man, what the fuck?"
Close.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So as a
Beautiful.
reminder, one moment passes automatically. That's 2. I get 3 dice because 3 omens are in play.
Oh boy. Okay.
I once again
Instantly.
put Golden Girls to the side.
12.
Oh shit. The game's over. We're dead. Leaving.
I mean, it's not that bad. But I will
9?
say we have 1 5 and 1 6. So we
11.
now go from moment 1 to moment 2, and now all the way to moment 4. So 4 ticks have been taken off of our 14 section doomsday clock. And when we
It could be worse. It could have been 11 that you just did.
Yeah, that's true.
It would have
Could've
been
been
fine. But we will then start at moment 5 next week.
Okay.
So hopefully you all had fun. I had a blast, especially in those last few minutes. Watching your all's faces was really fun. With that, we go back around because, again, I'm only one part of this little thing, and it wouldn't be fun if I didn't have people to do this to. You know what I mean? So we go back around in reverse order, which means Madison goes first.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Oh wait, like
Yeah.
okay.
You gotta do the
Sorry,
goodbye
that
thing, man.
Me in the intro. I haven't really done many of these, so I'm not sure.
Oh, that's fair
You're
enough.
like,
My
Okay,
bad.
go ahead.
I went in reverse order because you have numbers. That's how I assign you to everything. Never mind. We're still teaching Madison what this is. RJ, you get to go first. RJ, go.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy RJ. You can catch me RJustice282 on Twitch, not Twitch, on the interwebs, where I do actual plays with all these lovely people and some more. Other than that, Agents of Lovely is coming out soonish, probably.
And we're in the middle of it.
We're in the middle of it right now.
The night that we record this, episode 4 is airing.
Yeah.
So we're doing the thing. Go look that up too.
Yeah. Other than that, we're doing some pre-recordings over on Luck and Chaos, where Zach and I are playing some D&D 5th edition. He's kind of my Damphir blind dad mentor guy. And I'm his ravenous, four-armed, muscular son. I think that describes Sulong and Arat quite well, right?
Close enough.
Yeah, they made out at some point.
Love
was
that
awkward.
for them.
Yeah, it was awkward. It was awkward. Other than that, well, if you want to see me, come check out my socials. I normally retweet whenever I go live. But that's me.
Wonderful, beautiful, lovely. Madison, would you like to go now, or would you like to see one more example?
I would like to go now. I think I can.
Lovely.
I think I can do it. Once again, hi, bye. My name is Madison. You can find me on Bluesky, Bethany Esda, but in Bethany the A isn't C because I didn't have Bethany Esda. Anyway, that's the whole story. On Twitch, I'm a Jedi Babe. IMMA JEDIBABE. I occasionally stream, and when I do stream, I read fan fiction, and I've read. Last time I did that, I read Sonic and Mario fan fiction. No, it wasn't Sonic and Mario. It was Sonic and Tails in a noir 1940s alternate universe where Sonic and Crash Bandicoot were actually in love. So it's really deeply layered stuff. So we have lots of fun on the Twitch there. I also do writing commissions for any kind of whatevers and stuff like that. They're currently closed right now, but send me a DM. I don't care. For TTRPG supplements and up to, making your two OCs kiss. The limits truly are endless. Peace. Madison out. Signing out.
Perfect. Zach, your turn.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo. You can find me all over the internet at Sneakernet or Sneakernet Music, where I am playing wherever tabletop games are played, and I'm making music for them and for you. I'm not 100% sure when this airs, so things that are happening between when we're recording and, I don't know, the date that the world ends. I am in a game on the Streaming Rainbow called Inferno. It's a Dante's Inferno themed D&D campaign. We are currently in the second level of Hell, where we are going to seduce Orpheus's wife because we hate his ass. On Sundays in September, I'll be running a mini-series of Our Brilliant Ruin over on Hack Recklessly. RJ is going to be in that as well. What else is happening? Luck and Chaos, as mentioned, is going to start airing again at some point over the course of the next month or so. At the very end of September, I'm going to be running a one-shot on Game Master Mondays called Death Was the Only Way Out of Town. And then, like, sometime in October, I'm going to be running Liminal Horror back over on Hack Recklessly as well. My Noirville episodes will pop up on Althaven again. I'll be doing a variety of things. I might have my album done by the time this comes out. Who knows? You will by the time this comes out, because I don't right now. In the meantime, follow me on socials to see what I'm doing, where I'm doing them, wherever tabletop games are played.
Wonderful. And Vixie.
I'm immediately going to go watch that Inferno series, by the way.
Yes.
That sounds awesome.
You should. It's very good.
Yes. Not to before I had to go into my show, I just wanted to add Zach is an incredible musician. He wrote the music for our Magnus Archives game over at the Pocket Dragon Pub, and I just need to shout that out because if you haven't checked out, what is it, SoundCloud, where we can find your music?
SoundCloud, Spotify, Bandcamp, Apple Music, wherever.
Check it out.
Wherever
Have a
music is
listen. It's incredible. The end. Anyway, my name is Vixie Bell, and I've been your friendly neighborhood player here at the table at Rediscovery. Thank you so much for having me, Mallorie. I really enjoyed the game. Junie is just out here doing her job as a cute little tour guide, not realizing that, the world is ending, and her face is on a book that she has no idea exists in a supernatural context. It's fine. We're fine. We're doing great. It's going to be great.
So good.
And anyway, if you're looking for me on any place on the interwebs, you can find me over at the Pocket Dragon Pub, where I play, run, and produce games. By the time this comes out, a whole bunch of stuff will be happening. We're doing our Indie Game Month in September, where we're featuring games by indie designers that we're trying to put out there, among which are May I Enter, Spindle Wheel, and a new board game called Dark Heists. And if you want to see what those look like, feel free to tune into our channel. That'll be every Saturday in September. pretty much. After that, we'll be participating in the Roll for Wishes charity event. We have a whole host of games lined up for that. We'll also be producing for other channels and participating in other ways. That is a fundraiser for Roll for Wishes. We're super excited about that. And yeah, also keep an eye on our YouTube for our Gen Con properties, which we'll be rerunning on there too. It's Only Magic Miami, the Magnus Archives, and Candela Obscura. And if you're looking for this face, there is one more thing that I'm doing, and that is over on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. Feel free to check out my Pirates of Darkwater Cipher System game. We took the original TTRPG of the Pirates of Darkwater, if you're familiar with the cartoon, and we mushed it with Cipher because it has no system, and are now making a game in which we finally find all the treasures of Rule, because I'm still mad about that. Anyway. So that's everything I'm doing. And to keep up with me, follow me on socials, either at Vixie Bell or over at Pocket Dragon Pub. Thanks so much.
And then there's me. Hi, everybody. My name is Mallorie. I've been your guide tonight, and I'm the one that usually is the guide or the game master or the whatever over here on Rediscovery RPG. I own and operate this place. I do all the art and the graphic design and the production and the everything else. And as you can imagine, I am tired. So I also don't know off the top of my head when this is premiering. We're going to see what happens, because this is the very first pre-recorded show I've ever produced, which means I have to edit it and do all sorts of fun things. So on socials, you'll see when the other 2 episodes are coming out after this one. So don't worry about it. In the meantime, other places you can see me, I am also on Agents of Lovely with RJ. I play Molly Meadows. Just a little guy doing their best. Let me tell you, it's a time. I can also be found in one of the Police episodes with Zach's character, where Molly and Crash and Jake's character, John Alpine, all go save Hollywood, which is a really lovely time and definitely not anything you should be concerned about. You should just go watch it, but don't worry, it's basically just a shopping episode. It goes great. Otherwise, you can find me over on Pluto's Underworld. We start premiering tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure we'll still be doing the game by the time this premieres. It is a Sentinel Comics game called The Return. It's set in the DC universe, and I play a hero called Thornheart, and I love her very much. She's just like she's a little twisted, but she's real cool and great, and she really just wants to help people. She's just not really good at it, but it's fine. And then, gosh, what else do I do? I'm a game designer. I've got games out all over the place. I'm an illustrator. I'm a graphic designer. I say no to nearly nothing, and I'm busy all the time, but I like it that way. I wouldn't have it any other way in the whole wide world. So thanks again for joining us tonight. And if you are excited to see the rest of it, we have 2 more episodes that we film over the next couple of weeks. You'll probably see over the next couple of weeks, as long as I can keep up with editing. And then it'll all become aesthetic. And there are more campaigns coming, more shows coming, some live, some pre-recorded, with faces both familiar and new that I'm sure that you'll really enjoy, because I really enjoy all of them. But in the meantime, love yourself, take care of each other, and go have a super magical adventure. We'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
And once again, thank you to Raising Cane's response.